Hi Jessica, thank you for this opportunity for the interview. And for those of you that don't know me, my name's Diane Wolfenden. I write under the name of DM Wolfenden. A little bit about me is I'm a radio operator. I work offshore in a semi-submersible oil rig. And it's quite a harsh environment in the North Sea, one of the harshest environments there is to work in. But it's a job that I enjoy and I've done for a long time. But it also means that you have a lot of time at home. I work 3 weeks on the rig and 3 weeks off the rig. So basically you're getting 6 months at home. So you have to have a hobby, otherwise you'll get very bored. I used to paint, used to do oil painting, love to paint, but I'm not very good at it. And then in the bad weather as well during the winter, I don't want to paint inside my house and get like oil paints and that all over the place. See, I just used to paint in the garden. You can't really do that in the winter, especially when you live in Scotland. I'm originally from Manchester, but I moved up to the Scottish Highlands about 20 years ago, and I wouldn't live anywhere else now. I really wouldn't. It's a beautiful place to live. So at any road, I gave up the painting, and I'd always loved books and going to the movies. Still go to the movies at least twice a month. So, and I'd always had little ideas, but I'd never actually put anything down on paper. So I decided one night when I was bored just to write a short story. And because I'm a horror lover, I love anything dark, zombies, vampires, werewolves. As long as it's not got ghosts in it, I'm fine. Not really, don't really do too well on ghosts. But I suppose you can see that I'm a lover of horror. Like all my pictures are Geiger and they're like skulls and zombies everywhere. So anyway, this short story was going to be about vampires, but I'd always wondered, it's like, why would vampires die when they're staked in the heart if they didn't have a heartbeat? The heart just didn't work. So I made my vampires a little bit different, so they're more human. And this short story ended up being like over 100,000 words. So, and took maybe about a year in total to write. Anybody that's new and just starting out in the business, if I was to give any advice, it'd be don't be too enthusiastic. Don't get your manuscript out there until you're completely happy with it. I I paid for an editor and a proofreader, put my book out there, and then there was people complaining a little bit about it. I mean, most people seemed to enjoy the story, but there was little things that they thought weren't right. So I re-looked at the manuscript, and they were correct. It's always important to look more at the critical reviews than it is, the favourable reviews. So I looked at all the critical reviews, and there seemed to be like similarities. I looked at the manuscript; they were completely right. So I changed it again. Got another proofreader, another editor. Ended up stripping back about 15,000 words out of it that was really not necessary. So, and then got another editor to recheck it before I released it again, and then I was completely happy with it. But then that's like 3 editors and 2 proofreaders that I had to fork out for, and my book doesn't make any money to like pay that back. Well, not at the moment, any road. I do have some short stories out. I did manage to write short stories, although 2 of them are classed as novelettes because they're over 7,500 words, but to me they're short stories. And one is around 4,000 words, so that was good. My vampire novel this year got an honourable mention for readers' favourite, so I was quite proud of that, and I'm glad that I went back and done all the changes I did. A typical writing session for me is whenever I've got a spare hour or 2, and it's generally at night because I like isolation. I like to to be alone a lot, so I'll write at night. Now and again, you know, I'll choose to listen to music, but it depends what I'm writing. Because I'm into quite heavy music, Seether and Slipknot, Linkin Park, people like that. So they do influence, I guess, a little bit, but my main influences is what I grew up on. I grew up reading Stephen King and James Herbert and watching the old I'm a House of Horror series that was on the TV. So I guess that's where like my love of all things horror come from, and I write on the dark side. But for 2016, I'm going to try and change that. I've just started on a rom-com, so hopefully I'll be able to keep that, you know, light with a quite humorous and keep any really bad stuff happening. You know, no violence and no beasties coming out of the walls, that sort of thing. I've got some questions here from Jessica. It's supposed to be one word answers, but I'm not quite sure if I can do one word answers, but we'll try. Okay. So, books or movies? Books. Dogs or cats? Dogs. Summer or winter? Winter. Cake or ice cream? Cake. Car or motorcycle? Car. E-book or physical book? Uh, that's a hard one. Actually, I've got two Kindles, bookcase there full, bookcase at the back full, books in the garage with nowhere to put them, so torn. I just love both. Never mind. um, Having telepathy or having telekinesis? I'd like to have telepathy, I think. Nights in or nights out? Nights in. Being able, being able to travel to the past or being able to travel to the future? Being able to travel to the past. Making a phone call or sending a text. I'm much more, I like to make a phone call rather than text. Staying in a hotel or going camping. Definitely a hotel. I don't like camping. I don't like to rough it. I don't want to traipse across a field to go to the bathroom. Working in a group or working alone. I like to work alone. Losing all your money or losing every picture you've ever taken and every picture that's ever been taken of you. I'd lose all my money first. Years ago I lost a lot of pictures in a fire, so I know how, you know, horrible that is. Being Spider-Man or being Batman for the day? I'd definitely be Batman for the day. I think the Caped Crusader. Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, thanks for watching my interview and Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye bye.